Just go over the controls on the panel here. We have a couple of taps. The first one here is the auger feed. We need to have that screwed fully clockwise in to enable us to lift the hammer up, and then we can use that to lower the hammer, whether it be lowering the hammer down onto a post or lowering the hammer and auger down to drill a hole. We would use that as a fine adjustment. The next tap here is a downforce tap. Normally that tap would be screwed clockwise all the way in. If when you're hammering you find that the machine is lifting off the ground, becoming unstable, or if the tractor is actually lifting off the ground, becoming unstable, then you would need to turn this tap in an anti-clockwise direction to reduce the amount of downforce being applied to the post. Next tap is our hammer function. So that'll bring the hammer up. As long as the auger feed is turned off, we can use that function to raise the hammer. The other side of that function, once we've got the hammer down onto the post, we then use that hammer function to drive the hammer. It'll also push the hammer down onto the post, forcing it into the ground, and at the same time it will bring up the downforce arms to hold the machine on the ground, and it'll also extend the top link on the side shift to keep this foot down on the ground. The next function is the auger drive. So that is your auger forwards, auger reverse. When the hammer's raised to the very top of its stroke, that will then become your auger disengage and auger engage. The next function is side tilt, so that will enable us to move the machine sideways in this direction. And then we have a fore aft tilt, which will move the machine aft or fore. The one at the bottom here is the side shift, so that allows us to move the machine out to the side of the tractor, back into the centre of the tractor. On the mast here is a copy of some operation instructions. And also in the operation instruction booklet you'll find there's a auger pin. Alright, so now we're running the tractor down the fence line. We need to bring the machine out to the point where we want to put the post in. We're using the side shift function. To lower the foot back on the ground, we can use the hammer on function. And we need to level the machine up by using the fore aft function and also the side tilt function. You can check that the machine is level by the indicator on the plate here. To raise the hammer, you then need to turn the auger feed control completely off in the clockwise direction. We can use the hammer up function. Once the hammer reaches the top, we'll release this digger latch, which then allows us to use the auger function to disengage the auger. Make sure that when you're disengaging the auger that it goes all the way to the stop before you lower the hammer. Once the hammer's lowered, the auger will drop into its park position. To raise the hammer again, we can pick up the auger, engage the auger. We can select an auger to suit the size post that we're going to put into the ground. To install the auger, we need to lift the cover up, the auger up into the chuck, slide the pin in and turn the chuck until it sits back in its closed position. We can now lower the auger down until it touches the point on the ground where we need to drill. With using the auger forward function and the auger feed tap, you can then lower the auger into the ground by unscrewing the tap. You can also get a little bit of downwards pressure on the auger by using the hammer function at the same time, just by feathering it slightly. To bring the auger out of the ground, we can use a little bit of reverse, a little bit of up at the same time. Make sure that the auger feed tap is turned clockwise, completely off. We raise the hammer right to the top, then we can release and disengage the auger. Using the auger feed control, we can now drop the hammer to lock the auger in position. We need to select a guide ring that's going to fit over the post so we can hold the post in position and also steer the post into the ground. The post doesn't need to be a tight fit in here, it's better off if it has a little bit of slop. Close the auger feed off. Start to hammer. We can use the tilts to level the post up if we need to. Side shift the machine back to the centre of the tractor. Use the fore-aft tilt to bring the machine in to the centre of the tractor. We can now move on to do our next post.